Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. Very late Friday night, technically Saturday morning. Just recorded the mass upgrades for the Earth element, the third installment. And what I'm going to do now is do the same thing for the fire element. So we will, let me see if I can pull Tariff and stick Flameslinger on without the game griping. Pretty sure we can. We still have to see the Flameslinger and Eruptor are the two fire elements I've had the longest Igniter coming shortly thereafter. Both of these two are pretty heavily upgraded. Flameslinger, of course, much like Stealth Elf, very fast. Haven't done a whole lot of heroics with him, but as you can see, I've done a heck of a lot of upgrades. Flameslinger is another Skylander. Both paths are going to be pretty dadgum good. I was so impressed. His basics, of course, are the fire arrow and the flame dash, and then searing arrows. Fire arrows do increased damage. Column of fire. When you make a circle with flame dash, it creates that giant column of fire. Then the next one, volley shot. That's actually his tertiary attack, and then hyper shot. Shoot arrows much faster. I was so impressed by his basically, the column of fire when you use the flame dash, that I decided to just go ahead and do his primary. This was way back in the day before people had really researched stuff, but I really don't think you can go wrong either way. His hellfire arrows, increased range and damage basically. Explosive arrows, fire arrows explode, doing damage to anything nearby. Now we're going to back out, pick up his final upgrade and the soul gem, which I think we just barely have enough. Okay, so triple shot arrows. Shoot 3 fire arrows at a time. This should be pretty awesome. I forgot to show it to you prior. Okay, we needed some. Let me shoot this way. As they branch out, you can kind of see, but it's incredible range, and that's the primary now. And then his flame dash, you can see, it gets pretty long, and now I'll actually do the column of fire, which that would be the pyromancer path. I could see that one being pretty awesome as well. And then his tertiary attack is the volley shot that you see there. And now we'll come in, and we will upgrade again. And the super volley shot, flaming arrow range, shoots more arrows that cover more area, requires soul gem and molten mine. So whichever path you pick, you'll still get to upgrade your tertiary attack, which is kind of a nice feature. Let me line him up over here. Looks like it basically just doubles it, I would say. But he's got a little bit of money left over. Like I said, he's very quick when you do the 6 speed challenges. And again, base upgrades, kind of recap those. And then I went the primary path. This may be one that I want to reset or just pick up another one and do the second. I'll probably research a little bit, but that is Flameslinger for you. Next up is Eruptor. Again, he was upgraded long ago. Okay, before I take you to the stat screen, here's his primary. You can see the fireballs bounce 2 times. Secondary, and it, in addition to turning into the molten lava, it shoots a few fireballs. And then his tertiary, he spits fireballs. I think I upgraded it where you can have a few at a time. Let's see exactly what we've done. We did the speed challenges, of course. I'd say he moves about the same speed as Whamshell, and he's 15 notches lower. But anyway, the base 2 lava blob and eruption. Then his basic upgrades: big blob lava throw, lava blob attack gets bigger and does increased damage. Fiery remains. Lava blobs will leave behind pools of flame when they hit the ground, which you saw that. Eruption flying tephra. Lava balls shoot out while performing the eruption attack. And magma ball. Press Z to spit out magma balls for his tertiary. I've done one of his upgrades here, heavy duty plasma, lava blobs bounce and travel farther. And now we will come in and do the remaining two. The reason I picked this path is just I felt like it took a long time to get into that state, and then you'd still kind of be vulnerable to projectiles, you know, it's my logic. But we are ready now for the lava blob bomb. Lava blobs explode and damage nearby enemies, which you know, don't do this if you've not done Double Trouble's heroic challenge. Let's see. Okay, so you can kind of see on the second bounce it just kind of blows up, creates a little shrapnel. His final upgrade down this path is the Beast of Conflagration. Lava blobs do increased damage in the form of a fiery beast. Yeah, we'll see what that is like. And we'll line it up again. Okay, so it looks like the initial impact is where that would probably be felt the best. And now I think the Soul Gem applies to his tertiary. Yeah, Mega Magma Balls. Shoot up to 3 Magma Balls at a time that do extra damage. Requires Soul Gem and Lava Lake's Railway. That was a good look at the... Okay. Yeah, I can work with that. You know, he's not going to be super great down either path. They're probably just a preference if you prefer primary or secondary. Would be interesting to see how he does down the secondary path, but you know, I think I can live with this. So there you kind of see Eruptor fully upgraded, and now we will come in, and another one of my favorite characters is Ignitor.
I ignite to fight.
Alright, what's cool about Ignitor, all the stuff you've seen me do with him has been done with no upgrades. He's one of those ones kind of like Bash that I just played with and didn't do anything to. Camo, you know, Warnado, they did pretty good. I'd rate both of those out of the box below Ignitor here, and also Double Trouble. Ignitor and Double Trouble are both incredibly good as delivered, no upgrades, nothing done to them. As you can see, I've taken him through a few heroics. 14, it's got the speed up there, 91. Base powers, Flame Blade. Press A, you know, to swing your sword. A3 in a row as a combo. And then Flame Form Mortar, launch your Flame Spirit in an arc at foes. The good news here, when I got Camo and Warnado and Ignitor triple pack, I got a second Ignitor. Of course, this one here came from the 3DS starter pack. So what I plan to do is, you know, divide the upgrade pass. I'll do one down one, one down the other. But there's the Flame Sword, and then that's basically the combo, you know, not hitting anything, so it'll tell us. And then Flame Form Mortar, you kind of see there, get an idea for the 2 base attacks. So we got a lot of upgrades to do here. And like I said, what's amazing, everything you've seen him do, which he did a lot in Lair of Chaos, was box stock. So keep that in mind. First upgrade, Scorching Blade, sword attack, does increased damage. Skip the cutscene. You can see it's kind of glowing and a little bit longer, sort of chop-chop-esque. Come in now, do it again. Flame Form, control your Flame Form after launching it. I assume this is kind of like Warnado or Dino Ring type stuff. Pretty interesting to see what it's like. So you press B. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you use the nunchuck and you can kind of control where it rolls. It's pretty sweet. Alright, so Mega Slam, his tertiary attack. Press Z to perform a massive Mega Slam. Hold Z to delay the attack. Alright, so now we'll have his tertiary. Oh wow, that's pretty awesome. It turned to blue. And he unleashed the Fury. That's pretty freaking sweet. Come in now. upgrade again. Fire and Brimstone. Flameform Mortar does increased damage to a larger area. So Ignitor has a pretty good base upgrade, you know, the first 4 here. So there's B. Shot it off the ledge. As you can see, oh wow. Okay, if you just press B, that's basically what happens. But if you take control of it with the nunchuck, you could literally just, I mean, say there's Shadow Knights over that way, you can just chase them. Very impressive, and I like the sinister laugh that's present with that one. Now the tricky part when we have to pick a path. Soul of the Flame is actually going to be a secondary attack. Again, I don't know why they put it above the other, but that would be the B button on the Wii. And then Blade Master, further develop your skills with the Flame Blade as a primary. His sword is pretty good, and I am super impressed with his tertiary attack right now, despite not seeing it in gameplay yet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take Soul of the Flame with this Ignitor, further develop your flame form abilities, because that's freaking awesome, and it looks like it gets crazier. But then what I will do is the other Ignitor I got from that triple pack, I'll actually come in, use, and take him down Blade Master. Then maybe compare the two or something. But Soul of the Flame, here we go. Pointless cutscene skipped, and now we get to the good stuff. Dances with Fire. Flame form moves faster and does increased damage. So we'll come over here again. Okay, you can obviously see the increased damage, and it comes back to us faster. Now I'll take control of it. Yeah, that basically went to Callie's tent, which is crazy. We will upgrade again. Incinerate. This is going to be sweet. While in flame form, press A to trigger a massive explosion. So come over here. I'm not sure if it's the flame form or our suit of armor that's going to blow, so I'll go ahead and throw it out. Move it. You can kind of see right now I pushed it. It sort of makes the ghostly shadow in the flames, if you will. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's pretty neat. Fire form salvo. Fire 2 additional flame form mortars that do extra damage. This just keeps getting better. So there's one, and then you see, okay, it looks like your primary goes over there. You can still control it, and then the 2 bounce off at an angle, and then you can still do Incinerate. So it'll take a little skill to kind of perfect it, but I think it will be pretty dadgum awesome when you get good at it. Cool thing with Ignitor, either path you pick, you get the armor bonus. Armor makes it harder for enemies to hit you, requires Soul Gem and Darkwater Cove, again for fire forged armor. So now you can see the shield on his back already. It's kind of like we saw with Prism Break just a little bit ago. But that's Ignitor upgraded down the Flameform Mortar path. I'm very impressed. If his health was higher, you know, like 600, 620, he would be a force to be read. I'm sure he is already, but the health is really kind of the only low light. The armor will improve as I do more heroics, but that boost was nice. As you can see, fully maxed out with the Soul Gem, about 349 left over. And like I said, I'll come in and do the other upgrade path later on. I've not used that Ignitor at all yet, but I think I will be pretty happy with this, and he should absolutely be a maniac, so looking forward to it. Next up, we have got our final fire element Skylander, which is Sunburn, of course from Dragon's Peak. There again, he's taunting us with his flying. Okay, before I do anything, there's his fire breath. You know, you can hold it down, spin around, it cuts off when it did. The teleportation, you can kind of pick where you're going to go, and then despite kind of the dorky head on it, that's pretty awesome to have the speed, built in. He's done only the speed challenges in his own, but he's up to 91, which is pretty solid. He has all of the base upgrades. His first two, Flamethrower Breath and Immolation Teleportation. First upgrade, Guided Teleportation. Control the direction of your teleport, hold B to delay. Then Blaze Thrower. Flamethrower Breath does increased damage. Phoenix Dash is his tertiary, as you just saw. Press Z to perform a Phoenix Dash. And Immolation Inflammation. Flames left behind after teleporting do increased damage. This is one, it's really hard to know which path to take. You've got Blaze Dragon here at the top. Further develop your flamethrower attacks. When in doubt, that's probably the way to go. Flame Lord, further develop your teleportation skills. I'm actually going to take a gamble and do Flame Lord, because the fire trails you kind of see in like the second and third picture, I feel like he's already good enough with his flamethrower breath, and if the teleportation becomes better, I just feel like he'd be that much more solid. So again, that's a pointless cutscene. It does nothing. Okay, so Immolation Destruction. Flames left behind after teleporting are larger and do extra damage. We'll skip the cutscene. Okay, not overly impressed by that one. Flame Streaks, this is where it's going to start getting good. Teleporting creates streaks of flames that damage enemies. Alright, let's try to get some more range over here. Okay, as you can see from our center point, it basically makes like a 5 you would see on a dice. And X's it off. So that'll be pretty nice. That way when you teleport to evade, you're also getting to deal damage. On the way to the eruption, which if they're there, it'll be even more damage. Last one is Burning Trail. Streaks of flames do increased damage. Okay. Alright, that's a pretty widespread area. It's a shame he doesn't have a bigger range when teleporting. I guess it's pretty much what the screen would allow, but I mean, then he could just incinerate a whole section of the screen. Really, I might have been happier, doing the flamethrower breath now that I think of it. But like I said, I just feel like, as is from the 4 base attacks, that's pretty dadgum good. So, the thing that I do know I'll like is his Soul Gem, which, as you can see, Flight of the Phoenix. Phoenix Dash is longer, does more damage, and ends with a blast. Requires Soul Gem and Dragon's Peak. Got just enough to get it. Skip the cutscene, and now. Yeah, so that'll really be the highlight of Sunburn for me. I'll probably use that quite a bit. Anytime there's a character, whether it's their secondary move or their tertiary, that lets them be that quick and deal damage, I'm a big fan. So really both paths are probably about the same, but like I said, my logic was I felt that Flamethrower was already from the base upgrades pretty good, so my thoughts were, see what we can do teleportation wise. This is one I'll have to play with, to kind of see how I feel about it, and then ultimately decide whether to reset him or not to proceed down the other path. But I think I'll be okay with it for now. But there you have it. We took our 4 fire element Skylanders, Flameslinger, Eruptor, Ignitor, and Sunburn. Went ahead and finished out their upgrades, maxed them all out through the Soul Gems, and basically what you will see shortly after this video is some gameplay. I'll just pick a level, go in, not really concerned about, blazing through it or anything with speed, but I just want to take time to really kind of showcase all of the upgrades, kind of what they do damage wise, and how effective they are in story mode and whatnot. Questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer, and as always, thanks for watching.